Going live. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nazreen, dear friends, this is Farooq Mirza, your host for program 4 Pillar TV USA, Washington Global Forum. The program is designed to discuss uh, Pakistan, the issues related to Pakistan, American diaspora, and different conflicts and different issues. Today, we will talk on recently growing development in Pakistan. Firstly, uh, the Election Commission of Pakistan disqualified one of the chairperson of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, Imran Khan. And after this decision, uh, the riots erupted in Islamabad, Rawalpindi, and we observed melodramatic scenes in streets and corners and on the highways. We observed almost 87 cities, the people they came out, but not in majority, very limited protest. So Imran Khan and his team, they instigated people to come out. Even the Imran Khan himself, he said to save democracy and Pakistan, the people they should come and save Pakistan. But soon after, we don't know what happened, and he took his decision back. And in his detailed statement, and he requested the workers uh, go back to their homes. That's a good news. But still, the thousands of containers uh, are there, and uh, they they almost close main highways and streets coming to Islamabad. So we will talk. First, we will talk on this issue, and second, we have a good news for Pakistan. Pakistan came out uh, yesterday from the grey list of forfeit. So that is a very good news for Pakistan because that Pakistan's name was included in 2018, and since this time, in Pakistan is working, especially the army chief and his team, and one of the high-ranking Pakistan Army officer. He was deployed to deal with, to cooperate with all the concerned departments to fight terrorism, terror financing, and money laundering. So Pakistan did very well, and so one of the um, uh, the president of this prophet, he announced, and the India was itself involved to block Pakistan by different ways. So we welcome Professor Dr. Golam Mujtaba Sahab, and he's a foreign relation committee. He's foreign relation. He's expert strategist. And Dr. Saab, we welcome to the show. We welcome you to the show. So let's talk first on the what happened to Imran Khan. So there are multiple cases in different courts and in Election Commission of Pakistan. So Imran Khan, he was charged for selling state gifts for profit. So that's a serious allegation. So one of the uh, big scandal came out and caused a lot of embarrassment to the Pakistan and to the Pakistani public. So Imran Khan, he sold one of the expensive watch that was given to him by the Saudi leadership in an event. So surprisingly, Pakistan came to know that the this watch was sold in Dubai to someone, And when the Saudis they find out and they took it back from the market and they notified to Pakistan. So that was a very serious allegation. So Dr. Saab, uh, let's start with the first question. Imran Khan is disqualified for 5 years. It's a very big decision. So he is very popular and he is a crowd puller and internationally renowned. Billions of people they follow him. And Imran Khan is a big player, but he was charged for a very embarrassing uh, these conditions. So what do you respond to this punishment?
Thank you very much, Farooq Mirza Saab, having given me the opportunity to express my views before your audience. Certainly, this is the topic under discussion in the entire of Pakistan, and it was long awaited. There are two issues here, rather three. One, on in the question of violation of Article 62(1)(f), which shows honesty, credibility of the public office bearers or those holding public offices in Pakistan. The one of the previous chief justices, Mr. Saqib Nisar, declared Imran Khan in the ruling of the Supreme Court of Pakistan by the highest court of Pakistan as Sadiq and Amin, a man who is considered honest. And the word Sadiq and Amin in Islamic history has been used for the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Quraysh and the residents of Makkah gave this an honor to our Prophet to be called as the man who was most honest. And Sadiq Amin is never being used for persons other than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam traditionally in the Islamic countries. However, we found that the Chief Justice, the past Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Pakistan, gave these words in favor of Imran Khan. That was to the surprise of the entire nation. Given the fact that the man had a reputation at that time as a known playboy in American and British and European newspapers, a known playboy was made Sadiq and Amin, equivalent to the honor given by the Ahl Quraysh to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That was amazing. Voices were not raised, and the clerics of Pakistan, whom we expected to raise the voice, did not do anything to challenge these views of Saqib Nisar or his ediction through the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Now, we knew he's entirely dishonest. It's not an allegation now. An allegation is something, an accusation is something which has not been established in a court of law. But it becomes a law. It goes into the character of the very man who is guilty of a crime. In case of Imran Khan, we have two cases right there from the court. One, the ECP has adjudged that Imran Khan had been found to be dishonest in receiving foreign gifts and having sold those gifts without informing the state of Pakistan and misdeclaration in his papers, in the nomination papers with the Election Commission of Pakistan. This is no more an allegation now. It is a guilt that has been established and the judgment has been made. The second thing, the Los Angeles court, which you tried to rub off the presence of an illegitimate child of Imran Khan by Sita White, was not taken by the Pakistani court because of the jurisdiction procedures. And there is a judgment against Imran Khan, and that is dishonesty. Both of these charges are serious in nature, and the court orders are reflective of his character. Now,
Dr.
given
Saab,
those,
Dr. Saab, I want to hear from you in a different way. These are the details already published, and the people they know what exactly happened. Do you think Imran Khan is a victim in this case because due to his broken relationship and so much burden on his mind and stress due to his broken relationship, like this particular case, his newly wedded relationship came up, and the woman, she is supposed to be very pious, and the way they presented uh, in shrines and holding these beads, counting beads, and walking barefoot in Medina's streets in Saudi Arabia. But on the contrary, you saw that she uh, established a vicious network um, along with her own relative and friends, Gogi, and they started selling and collecting precious stones and pearls, jewelry, and these watches, and they were the seller, and they were signing on precious lands in Islamabad as well. So, do you think uh, this fire started from his own home, and he's a victim in this case?
see, Imran Khan's allegations are not restricted to the current judgment that has been made by the ECP. I think we should make a correction on that. The judgment initially was done in 1997 against him by Sita White in a court in Los Angeles. So that is dated much before he came to the politics. Now the second thing is that there is a case that exists there with the Supreme Court of Pakistan since 2013. That's the foreign funding case. Now there are other cases against Imran Khan, and Imran Khan is not something that happened after his marriage with the Pirni or with Pinky Pirni. No, there are cases before her, before this marriage. So this cannot be just put a blame on Pinky Pirni. It has to go to his past. He has had been doing that in the past, and he's accustomed to doing these things. It's not that his character is fair. It's established, and there are court judgments on him. So I'm not going to buy that idea that something happened after marriage or something is related to Pirni Pinky. No, he is involved himself. He has been known as a playboy who has cheated with so many girls, who has cheated with people, who has cheated even Reham Khan has accused him of having 5 illegitimate sons in India. What is that? This is something serious. These allegations are not something simple. And that has been documented in her book that has been published from London. And that book can be challenged in the London court to ask for evidence. What stops him to go to London court and ask a judge to bring charges against Reham Khan, defamation charges, and prove it to the court of law that these are all rubbish statements. These are not true. What stops him? Does he know the reality?
Doctor,
Does he
doctor
know that
being a
there is a blackberry sitting with Reham Khan, and she's keeping all the information right there to prove it to the court? She has not written something baseless. I assume she must be having some evidence when she has written a book. So it is not something new which has got to do with Pinky Pirni. He is
doctor, Doctor Saab, being a doctor, I want to know from you all these events and incidents in his personal life started his early playboy life and his personal life in the United States of America, and his uh, his loved child, and after that when Sita White passed away and the baby he took over, and now he's officially firstly he denied, now he is officially a father of Britannica, this young girl now. She's living with, along with his two sons, his ex-wife Jemima Khan. Then after that, he married to another woman, Reham Khan, and it also ended in smoke dramatically. And his last relationship with the Pinky Pirni and uh, her notorious these relatives and his ex-husband, they were all in picture all the time. So do you think the too much stress and broken relationship, betrayal, and the people very close to him, they were hurting him, do you think his anger, frustration, and arrogance in politics is the outcome of all these incidents? Because we observed so much Imran Khan, if you look into his face, uh, his the facial the appearance is changing, and he looked like he's very stressful and very frustrated man. How you can respond to, please, psychologically or medically, what do you think?
Listen, Farooq Mirza Saab, you have brought a very lengthy question in order to give an assessment. A psychologist may give you the assessment, but we can see things from medical
I will,
perspective.
I will add or rephrase my question that the man has a kids, a very loving kids, beautiful kids, and he is at a distance for a long time. For example, I I don't know. Uh, Even he met with this young American citizen and his two boys. They are all at distance, and he's living basically alone. So, being a father, do you think it's an extreme frustration?
Let me
How
ask
you
you, let me
yeah.
ask you this question: cultural perspective of Pakistan and the cultural perspective in the West. A man who did not marry a girl was fooling around with so many girls in the society, socializing with number of girls, enjoying his life. All affairs were extramarital. And all of a sudden, a girl gives birth to a child and declares that she is the daughter of this man, and then goes to the court to prove her case, and he abstains. He does not show up. Does not give his DNA to the court to subside the judgment, and he accepts it. And then there are some documents which are not being made public that speaks volumes on him. Now, with that girl being born and not declared as his daughter, how would a feeling be of a father? Can you please imagine that? Can your audience imagine that a man has a daughter and cannot express in public that she is the daughter
Dr. Saab,
because
Dr. Saab later he accepted this girl and he submitted a signed document in the
yes,
California court.
yes,
And do you think
that is not
that
made
was
that is yes, that is not
do
made
you
public.
think that was do you think that was a guilt and he realized that what he did wrong
No, I
and he
don't
was
think
in
so. He realized he was under pressure because he felt like when visiting the US, he'll come up and face those charges. But he did it, yes. These are not documents made public. Had that been made public, the Pakistan Article 62 4 F 62F1 would have been applied on him and he could not have become a public office holder. He would have been disqualified much before. But
much.
in the case of Iftikhar Chaudhry, who presented the case with the Supreme Court of Pakistan, the missing document was there. This document was not to be made public and he could not prove it before the court. That is what happened in the Supreme Court of Pakistan with Iftikhar Chaudhry. And Iftikhar Chaudhry requested me to get hold of these documents from Los Angeles court. And I did not take interest in that because we all know that this is a reality. He's trying to hide that. And there are powers within Pakistan who were supporting him to hide these things. And the Chief Justice himself was very much inclined to save him, Chaudhry Nisar. So I did not work with Iftikhar Chaudhry on this to get hold of the or retrieve the judgment from Los Angeles court. That must be very clear before your audience. Now,
But sir,
second
let's
thing,
come back to let's come back to the this Supreme Court verdict against him. It's a very serious allegation, and today Imran Khan is going to High Court, Islamabad High Court, his favorite court, and from where he expects uh, sweet, sweetheart decisions. So again, they are knocking at the same door. So if he is not getting relief, uh, so they are ready to uh, go for a very big protest and the dharna. And so the in next week or two, we don't know what will happen in Pakistan, but in the same way, the government is also prepared. So this is one thing. Secondly, the controversy of the extension and the new appointment of the General Bajwa is over now. So finally, yesterday he gave a statement that in 4 to 5 weeks he will leave. He will complete his tenure because that this is the fourth time uh, the two-time ISPR uh, gave a statement, and one statement he gave in a United States while he was visiting, and now finally uh, he's he said that he's not taking any extension. So still we don't know who is next. So it's still mystery. Do you have any knowledge or any green signal that you know people? So uh, please answer me in response to the American perspective.
see, the point is so far America is concerned, the United States has no interest to intrude into the internal matters of Pakistan. Pakistan is a sovereign state, and US policies are not there to make intrusion in the sovereignty of a state. However, General Bajwa has done a tremendous role in his capacity to stop terrorist activities emanating from the region. He has done a very good role in Afghanistan, and he has contained all such activities in Pakistan, subversive activities in Pakistan. That's a great role at domestic front and international front that General Bajwa has done. And so far I am concerned, I still believe that Bajwa is the right candidate to continue for the next 2 years, because these are the defining moments of history for Pakistan. These are the important moments of our history in the region. Afghanistan has to have an inclusive government. Iran is facing a turmoil and chaos, and the region can come up into a big problem very soon because of economic conditions in Pakistan. And Bajwa has not only helped the borders of Pakistan, Bajwa has helped Pakistan to recover from economic uh, doldrums. The situation was so bad that had Bajwa not intervened with the civilian government, the IMF may not have released funds to Pakistan. So Bajwa's role is tremendous, and to me, I understand we still have room to give an extension to General Bajwa. However, if there is a change from within the country or the leaders within the military and civilian leadership, they understand that a change has to be made. That is the choice of Pakistan, and America has nothing to do with that. However, the basic thing that you have said, that Bajwa has said 4 times that he wants to retire, and the last statement you referred, I still believe that no one has heard this statement himself or herself through any video clip or any statement from Bajwa directly. I would like to listen to the voice of General Bajwa saying that he wants to retire. His own voice in video and audio clips.
No, this is finally he talked about
Did you
his
listen to that? Did you listen to
he
that?
talked yesterday. Yes, he talked about, and it is widely
No, 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 no,
published.
no, no. I dispute that. It is widely publicized in the newspapers. It is widely publicized in the TV media. Did anyone listen to Bajwa's voice himself or herself?
I personally I didn't go through, but I will check that out. So
Yes,
let's
I would like your audience to question the source. Where is that clip? We want to hear the clip. This is a very
Okay,
serious
thank you
question.
very much, Dr. Saab. Let's go to the next segment. For Pakistan, we have a very good news. FATF, a grey list. The Pakistan was name was included in 2018, almost 52 months. Pakistan uh, struggled and did so many efforts to come out from this list. The grey list is almost 206 member organization, a global watchdog, and other sister organizations like IMF, United Nations, World Bank, Interpol, and one another group very active was Egmont Group of Financial Intelligence Unit. Uh, so the Pakistan did very well, and General Bajwa, he was very serious. He took this matter personally in his own hand, and one of the lieutenant general was appointed to take care of this business. And this particular uh, this military leader, so he seriously, and they created a cell, and they uh, coordinated with all intelligence agencies, all these department concerned, and they really fight for terror financing, and they uh, look into banks transactions and the wire transfer, and they eliminated certain groups involved. So the world saw the Pakistan did very well, and finally now Pakistan is out of this grey list. So it's a very big news, Doctor Saab. But we also observed that our neighboring country in India also made so much effort to stop Pakistan coming out of this list. And finally, so one of Indian fellow is the president of this organization now, the Raja Kumar. So he announced himself yesterday, and I was very happy to see him. So at least this metal solved. So how serious uh, is this terror financing and money laundering? So do you think the only Pakistan is involved? What's about these Central American countries, even the European, the other Middle Eastern countries, and even our neighboring country, India, said too much terror financing, too much uh, financing to religious, these fanatists, and they are killing and they are spreading hate. So why only Pakistan was the target?
Uh, Mr. Farooq Mirza Saab, to answer your question, you have to be very patient in listening to what I have to say to your audience. And this should be without any break into things. First, I want your audience to listen to this, and then I will continue from there.
When Pakistan Army took action in East Pakistan, I was the one who was standing with the Pakistan Army, our brave soldiers, they're doing this and great job, and it's only foreigners and terrorists and militants. It was 3 years later we realized that the army butchered civilians, women, children. And so we're doing exactly the same thing again in Balochistan. They were bombing people. How can you bomb people?
Imran Khan's statement in London, he is talking of Pakistan army involved in genocide in East Pakistan in the 1971 war. Now, Mr. Farooq Mirza, Raw Khanna, who is a member of the US Congress, has put a legislation 3 days before the United States Congress. Yes, before the United States Congress, saying, see this man, to the left is Raw Khanna, to the right is Tahir Javed, given Tamgha Imtiaz by Imran Khan's government last year. Now, this is the problem. It is not the problem of India. It is not the problem of any nations who are against Pakistan. No, It is problem from within Pakistan. And the problem is Imran Khan has said repeatedly the Pakistan army was involved in genocide in the 1971 war. This is the exact thing that Raw Khanna has placed before the US Congress a legislation declaring Pakistan Army's actions in 1971 as war crimes. If this is declared, if the legislation is approved by the US Congress, that means all those leadership which was in the time of 1971 in the Pakistan Army will be prosecuted under war crimes, even posthumous, even they have died. What does that mean? That shows brutality of Pakistan Army. That defames the very integrity, that defames the very strength of Pakistan Armed Forces. Is this not negation of the FATF list coming out of gray or out of black? This is what exactly anti-Pakistan effort that has been done. And these people who are part and parcel of Imran Khan, such as the man who got Tamgha Imtiaz from Pakistan in his government, is with Rao Khanna. And Rao Khanna is member of the Pakistan caucus in the US Congress. Why so? Why did Imran Khan do that? Why did he bring a man who has tried to damage Pakistan's interests? I would like to know that. We are
So,
working
Dr. Saab,
days
so
and
Dr.
nights
Saab,
for Pakistan. We are
Dr.
working.
Saab, then Dr. Saab, who is the enemy?
No,
So,
just
enemy is
let
this
me
Pakistani
continue.
American
Let
individual,
me
Tahir Khan.
continue that. No, let me. Now I have to go non-stop on this thing. Second thing, when the United States ambassador was visiting Azad Kashmir, and the US embassy gave a statement to the press that he is visiting Azad Kashmir, India objected to that. This happened last week. India objected to that, and India said, as a matter of protest against the US policies, that why did you call it Azad Kashmir? It's a Pakistani occupied Kashmir. The US embassy did not budge on that. The US embassy and the ambassador was facing these hostilities because of favors to Pakistan, because of his visit to the borders of Azad Kashmir. And we are trying to damage US interests, and we are trying to demarch the US ambassador, the man who supports Pakistan's cause. What is going on in Pakistan? Now, the third thing on the denuclearization, what Biden said, this statement was distorted. And in your program, we both spoke on that. And then they changed the entire stance. The statement was issued. And then Pakistan Press International sent me a news report, retracting from the previous reports. What is this? Why are you trying to damage Pakistan from within Pakistan? Why are you promoting those people who are not serving Pakistan's interests? Why are you giving Tamgha Imtiaz to people who are damaging Pakistan at international global level? What is going on in Pakistan? I want to ask your audience on this.
Yes, Dr. Saab, you raised a very serious and sensitive question. And let me understand. Let me show you the picture. So on the right side, the man with the red tie, I believe his name is Tahir Khan, and he claimed that he is personal friend of Biden, Joe Biden, and he made almost uh, more than 50 visits in 3 to 4 years to Pakistan, and he used to stop in a Governor House, Lahore, and then meeting with the high-ranking politician like Wazir Kharja. Then directly we saw him sitting with the Imran Khan. So he was in good book of Imran Khan and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. But equally, he was in contact with the Muslim League Nawaz group as well. So he's a head of Pakistan Congressional Caucus. And last time we mentioned that the he included Rao Khanna's name uh, in Pakistani Indian caucus. And I believe this picture particularly. So, do you think this the second assault on Pakistan from U.S. soil against Pakistan Army and the petition submitted by Rao Khanna, he is a part of Pakistani caucus, that was designed in uh, uh, Mr. Tahir Khan's own apartment somewhere in Chicago or LA, supposed to be a safe house. That was designed over there because we saw Indian, uh, different Indian people, they are coming out from and he posted and he was praising at him loudly. And this petition against Pakistan Army, I think this is a second assault. The first was on the safety of nuclear and uh, the uh, safety on Pakistan, and the second, just after a week and a half, a petition filed in U.S. Congress. Do you think the enemy is this Pakistani American individual or Rao Khanna, or it's a well-netted conspiracy? How you will define it?
Now, Mr. Farooq, you have to listen again patiently. One, Kashmir, occupied Kashmir was annexed by Modi, abrogating Article 370 of Indian Constitution. Imran Khan, before doing that, he issued an official statement that Imran Khan is praying for the victory of Modi. And he prayed for the victory of Modi. That means he was in favor of Modi. And he claimed that the Kashmir issue will be resolved if Modi gets re-elected. And Modi got re-elected and he annexed occupied Kashmir, abrogating Article 370 of the Indian Constitution. Was this Imran Khan vying for? Let me ask a second question. There were no border skirmishes. There was no bullet fired. There was no resistance in international diplomacy. There was no Security Council resolution presented by Pakistan's sweetest friend, China, in the UN Security Council. There was no resolution presented in the United Nations General Assembly on the annexation of Kashmir. No voice was raised, either in the OIC or in the United Nations. Why so? Was there an underhand deal between Imran Khan and Modi? I accuse him for that, though I have no evidence to prove it. If there was no agreement on the table, then why no resistance was not made, at least at the United Nations Security Council, at least in the Organization of Islamic Countries? Nothing was done. This was all pre-planned. Now, second thing, Imran Khan has made accusations of genocide against the Pakistan Army. And this is the same accusation that his followers, and he praised for Rao Khanna in his statement in the newspapers. The Asad Khan, the former ambassador of Pakistan, did write a tweet, sent a tweet, saying that Imran Khan admires Rao Khanna's role to be part of Pakistani caucus. Why did Asad Khan tweet this message? If Rao Khanna was against the Pakistan Army and has put a legislation against the Pakistan's armed forces, why was that? Where was the Pakistani intelligence? Where were the people responsible to challenge this in the national security interest? Why this was not challenged when these things happened? I want to know as a Pakistani American. Now, in the denuclearization, a statement was distorted for Biden. Biden did not say something that was presented before the public opinion to target United States interests. Imran Khan let burn the people of Pakistan US flags on the streets of Pakistan. He damaged
Dr.
Pakistan.
Saab,
Now,
Dr. Saab, if you,
no, this
Dr.
is not the end of it. If you see the series of his actions, these actions are tantamount to treason, and he should be brought into the court of law in violation to Pakistan's basic system, foundations of Pakistan and ideology of Pakistan against
Dr. Saab,
this is a
Dr.
serious
Saab,
matter. It's not something unserious to be taken so easily. FATF is one of those things where had these things continued, Pakistan would not have come out of the grey list. Absolutely no. And what ECP has done a daring job. I commend the role of Election Commission of Pakistan in prosecuting Imran Khan. The Pakistan Supreme Court since 2013 has failed to make a judgment on something of serious nature for Pakistan's national security against
Dr.
the
Saab, let's
criminals
come back to
who are against Pakistan, funded Imran Khan in its. He has been accused of that, and judgment has not been made so far. Why so? These are matters of Pakistan's national security interest. Why Pakistan's national security interest has gone into the back burner? The Pakistani Americans
Dr.
are seriously concerned the way Pakistan is being handled today. And I
Dr.
believe
Saab, let's
that based on these things, General Bajwa is the right man to continue as the chief of the army for 2 more years. We need a strong leadership in the army that can face these things. And he has
Dr. Saab, let's come
he has
back
a
to
long experience of doing so. And we salute him.
Dr. Saab, let's come back to what we were talking about Tahir Javed and Pakistan Congressional Caucus and the role
Yes,
of
one more thing. One more thing.
Raukan.
Yesterday, in the Ways and Means Committee hearing,
I will ask you, give me 1 minute, Dr. Saab, I want you to come back. This particular person, Pakistani American individual, this Tahir Javed, if you look into his business, he has a multi-billion business that because this man has a criminal record. Previously, the local newspapers they published uh, big posters and banners against him, and he was arrested and he was punished. We don't know what happened later. Due to some deals, he came out clean. So uh, I believe this is a well-netted conspiracy, and there is a money involved in this conspiracy. How can a person, a part of Pakistan Congressional Caucus, even Indian or any other uh, belong to other nation, how can he file this petition against Pakistan Army and look into this time and this environment? So, do you think the enemy is a Pakistani American, this Tahir Javed, and the Pakistani public has a right to ask for a probe of this matter? Secondly, the diplomatic involved in the Pakistani diplomatic in the embassy and their security team, uh, I think, should also be blamed at, and and the local media. So we didn't see any response. So I think uh, the security agencies and law enforcement they should take this case immediately. I believe from this forum, I will request the president of Pakistan uh, to to give or withdraw his highest national Pakistan award that given to him for making conspiracy against Pakistan. What do you think, Darsa?
first of all, Farooq Mirza Saab, let me put a disclaimer here before your audience. They have to verify all this stuff going through Google search, and it is readily available there. Whatever you have said and whatever I have said, these things are available in Google and they have to verify themselves. That's a disclaimer. Second thing is, what has come out of these actions is the Pakistan army damaged. We do not tolerate such activities by someone who claims to be Pakistani American and who claims to be the holder of Tamgha Imtiaz, and by virtue of his actions with certain men being brought into Pakistani caucus has damaged the Pakistan army through a legislation put forward before the US Congress. And in the Ways and Means Committee, I asked one very simple question. And that question was, there is someone, and probably it is Mr. Khanna, who said that if Saudi Arabia does not increase the oil production, then the language I don't know, but what he wanted to arrive was that Saudi Arabia will be punished by the United States. Now, my question was, Saudi Arabia is a strong ally of the United States. And Saudi Arabia is a leader in the Islamic bloc these days. There's a respect for Saudi Arabia because of so many places of importance and significance for the Muslim world. Now, Saudi Arabia should be punished for this. No, this is not in favor of US policies and foreign policies. Whether it is Pakistan, punishing Pakistan through actions of 1971, calling it a genocide or war crime, or punishing Saudi Arabia, these things are tantamount to damaging US national security interests in the region. And the US national security interest is to implement the Ibrahim Accord, the Abraham Accord. The Abraham Accord was coined by the United States to bring peace in the Middle East, to bring two-state solution in the Middle East, living side by side at peace. And I said to the Congress and to the members of the Congress that are we trying to damage the Ibrahim Accord by creating a hostile atmosphere in the region, by bringing a legislation of genocide against Pakistan army, by restricting the role of Saudi Arabia in the Islamic world? Is this going to serve United States national security interest? Certainly no. These things are being played by Indian Americans based on bias, not based on national security interest of the US and those forces in the Middle East, such as Iran, Iran's present regime. I don't mean the Iranian people, I mean the regime. They are working against the Arab interest and Islamic interest in the region. And that is not serving US interest. We want to uphold the congenial atmosphere, the peaceful atmosphere in the Middle East. And in order to do that, such rubbish thing being promoted by bringing actions of genocide for the 1971 war, let me remind Mr. Khanna that it was President Reagan who supported the 1971 war of Pakistan. If Pakistan army was involved in genocide, then President Nixon is equally responsible for supporting Pakistan. Is he trying to damage the basic foundations of the United States and the foundations of the forefathers of the United States? We are not going to accept these things. And the tweet of Asad Khan in favor of Khanna, he needs to be reprimanded for such actions as a Pakistani diplomat. He did not serve Pakistan's interest. And those who recommended Tamgha Imtiaz on such individuals who have a relationship and friendship with Mr. Khanna, they are the basic individuals who have damaged Pakistan's interest in terms of relationship with the US. And we are taking a strong notice of this thing as Pakistan Americans.
Dr. Saab, thank you very much. Time's up. We are talking about the involvement of Tahir Javed. I myself personally sent him a note and asked him several questions, and particularly about Rao Khanna. But he read all these questions, but he did not like to respond. So from this forum, we invite him. We will welcome him if he wants to give his point of view, or he can send his official statement, and we will welcome, honor his response. Dr. Saab, thank you very much. Folks, today we dialogue on different serious issues, especially the Supreme Court of Pakistan disqualified Imran Khan for 5 years for selling state gifts. That was a very big embarrassment when the world knows that one of the watch given by the Saudis and was sold in Dubai somewhere, and they purchased this expensive watch back. So that was the case. Then the departments, especially Election Commission of Pakistan, became very serious, and finally, so today Imran Khan is going to in Islamabad High Court for this against this decision. we don't know what will happen down the road. But Islamabad right now is in the middle of crisis, and the containers. Usually, we know that used to send exports Pakistani products and Pakistani raw material to the rest of the world. But all these containers now they are piling up, thousands of containers. You will see in around Islamabad, all these main international highways and pass the different passages, different uh, uh, different ways. You will see containers everywhere. The people has a very difficulty to even entered into or exit from the Islamabad. Very difficult. So we don't know what will happen. So we pray for the best, and we also talk about the Pakistan's exit from the grey list of FATF. So the Pakistan, especially armed forces, did very well, and we pay tribute to General Bajwa for this effort. So finally, so Pakistan is free from terror financing and money laundering. So hopefully they will continue. So again, a salute to the best men. So we also talk about conspiracy, a second assault on Pakistan's army. Rao Khanna, one of the friend of the Tahir Javed, a Pakistani American individual, uh, whom the government of Pakistan gave him a high civil award. And basically, the man came with a different character, and he included Rao Khanna's name in Pakistan uh, congressional caucus. And even the irony of the matter is that the woman, Sheila Jackson, and she's supposed to be the closest friend, and she recently uh, took another award from Pakistan. Recently, she came to Pakistan. She is also a part of Indian caucus. So finally, they attacked, and it seems a well-netted conspiracy and assault on Pakistan's army's character. So it's a very serious allegation. Uh, Finally, we also talk about peace and prosperity in the region. And the Dr. Saab, he was invited in the Ways and Means Committee. Uh, he became a very important person, and Pakistani's better. Several issues were discussed, and we will find out in next session. And definitely, we will take over the same conspiracy theory against Pakistan in our next show. So, any person who want to give his statement and verdict, especially Tahir Javed group, and personally Tahir Javed, he want to be a part of our show next uh, in next event. So we will welcome him. So, folks, thank you very much, and we will come back with a new topic. Dr. Saab, thank you very much. Uh, that was very valuable, very informative session today. So, thank you very much, folks. Pakistan, Zindabad.